So some things not to do at the airport. Three things that you should absolutely avoid are: number one, do not get a SIM card at the airport, because it will be a tourist SIM card, especially if you're coming for almost, let's say, a week or more. It doesn't make any sense that you get, an expensive SIM card and then it has, limited data. It just doesn't make sense. So instead of that, wait to get till the city center or anywhere in the city and try to get the local SIM card, because the process is pretty simple. You just need to give them your passport, and you can get you can get a local SIM card for almost, I think, under $5 for almost a month, and the coverage is really good, and also you get more data as well per day. So instead of going for the tourist SIM card, which will give you, I don't know, like 5-10 GB for the entire month, why not go for the one that you can use in most of the places within Vietnam, and the coverage is also good as a local SIM card would be. Another thing not to do at the airport is do not exchange your currency, because not only is it redundant to exchange your currency at anywhere in the exchange shops within Vietnam, but at airport especially, the exchange rates are really bad. So instead of losing money there, you should enable your debit card with international transactions and withdraw the money, because in most of the banks, you can check it very easily where they charge you or not. Most of the banks, they will not charge you for the international transaction for currency withdrawal. So some of the banks where you can withdraw your currency are TP Bank, VP Bank, and then also you can go at Exim. So these are some of the banks which do not charge for any withdrawal, and you can easily get your cash. So whenever you're out of cash, you can get it. You don't have to take it out in bulk. And finally, the third thing not to do at the airport is to get a cab. Yes, do not be a typical tourist, especially if you're going in the daytime and it's not an odd timing. You can easily catch the buses, the local buses, which have very good connectivity with the city center. So instead of taking a cab, which might be more expensive, especially if you're not taking even a Grab and just the waiting cabs, those are really expensive when you get them from the airport. So instead of that, just go for 86 number bus, and others also you can easily find the information on Google Maps, and I've also put the information in the description below. So instead, go for those. Now, apart from all of these things that I covered for the airport, I also want to focus about the visa part, which a lot of people ignore. And I saw so many reels also in Instagram in which they were denied. After arriving and entering Vietnam, they were denied and they were asked for a lot of money to get the immigration crossed. So make sure that you do check all of the requirements for the e-visa, prepare everything in advance, and fill out the form very, very clearly with all of the accurate information. I've also created a separate video on this process, so you can check it out here. And a very important part about venturing into a new country is to try their cuisine and to try the food and everything there. So I would suggest be mindful of where you're eating from, because at some places you may end up with a bad tummy. So make sure that you are eating at the hygienic places where you see people that they're already having food, locals especially. If you already see clusters of locals there, I think those are more reliable places. And another important note is that the water in taps is not potable. So make sure that you drink either bottled water only, or you get filtered water from different places, or worst case scenario, like what I did, being a lazy person, not getting to the market and getting bottled water, I just boiled tap water and then I started consuming it, so that at least the bacteria dies and I don't have a bad tummy. Pause and let you know that I also have an Instagram account where I share my daily stories from all of my travels and also the remote work that I do in parallel and also teach to people. So you can follow me on Instagram as well, and I will be releasing a Vietnam itinerary and also a detailed guide very soon. Make sure that you keep an eye on that too. To the part which most of us never want to witness, which is the scams. So yes, there can be some petty scams or theft that you can see around, and it's not very common, but maybe in some touristy areas you might see metered taxis taking a lot of money from tourists that are clearly not Vietnamese. And make sure that you either use only Grab or other platforms where you know how much fare you are paying, or just be careful or be with some locals and confirm the fare before. In regards to the pricing, you can bargain a little bit, but of course don't be too pushy. So you can bargain a little bit. If you feel that the prices are really high, you can compare with some sellers before making heavy purchase from anywhere, because they might margin up the costs that they're telling you, the selling price that they're telling you. So be careful there as well. So in most of the touristy places in Hanoi and in Ho Chi Minh City, you will find people who speak English if they are in the city center and other areas. But if you go to some offbeat cities outside of these two, then there might be a challenge of language language, and you may see that people do not speak as good English as they do, let's say, in Thailand. So I don't know why I was comparing it to Thailand, but yes, English is spoken much less compared to Thailand, and that's why make sure that you have Google Translate and Vietnam language downloaded offline as well, just in case you don't have internet. You're still at least able to do translation English to Vietnamese and Vietnamese to English. And it never hurts to know some phrases in the language of the country that you're visiting. So know how to say hello, know how to say sorry, xin chào, and come on. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but I think at least the people appreciate when I try to speak some words. So make sure that you learn those words as well. A very important note about getting around is that you should have these 2 or 3 different platforms and apps with you. So of course Google Maps, I think within the city it will give you most of the routes, and if you want to use public transport, bus or metro, it will give you all of those ways as well. So make sure that you have offline Google Maps also downloaded with you, and otherwise you can rely pretty much on the bus numbers and other routes. And then when it comes to intercity, I relied mostly on 12go.asia, and then there were like private websites also, but I felt like it's more reliable to just go to 12go.asia and then check out the routes and check out the prices. Like there were train options as well, and some limousine shared cab options as well, and then also there were like buses, the sleeper buses and all of those. And I tried Hanoi to Sapa and then back to Hanoi as well, and also from Hanoi to Halong Bay. So you can explore the options there. That's the best and I think the most affordable way to get around within the country. And if you are traveling, let's say from the north to the mid of Vietnam or towards the south of Vietnam, then yes, you will have to take domestic air transfers itself, and it's not possible to do it in a lesser time frame by land. So keep some time buffer for that and research and have an itinerary before you plan anything big in terms of the movement within the country. So I hope these tips were useful, and make sure to subscribe and also watch the visa video as well, and I'll see you in another one. Bye bye.